Have you ever known the right thing to do, but decided not to do it? Maybe it was something small, like you were in the hallway at school and the kid you passed in the hallway dropped all their books and papers, and you could have easily stopped to help pick it all up, but you thought, you know what, I'm kind of late to my class already. Maybe he didn't see me, I'm just gonna keep moving right along. Or maybe it was something bigger, like you overheard someone making fun of your younger sister. You could have stepped in, you could have stood up for her, but you chose not to. Choosing to do the right thing doesn't always come naturally, does it? Haven't we all had an opportunity to do what's right or help someone else only to find ourselves looking or walking the other way? And that begs the question, what keeps us from being motivated to help everyone in need all of the time? If you're like me, being consistently motivated to help others is difficult, but why is that? See, I think there are a few reasons. One, because we're unaffected. Their problem doesn't directly affect our lives, so why should we help? Another reason is because we don't think our help really makes a difference. Maybe we think the problem is too big to really solve anyways. Or maybe we just think we're simply too busy living our lives. How can we possibly get involved in someone else's life? But maybe the biggest reason we don't love other people and help other people can simply be summed up by saying we just have the wrong motivation. For many of us, when we do help, it's usually because of one of these two reasons. One is we feel guilty. We feel like we need to help, and if we don't help, we're a terrible person. Or maybe we want recognition. Instagram likes and compliments feel so great, so that's why we help. But here's the thing, after a while, these two reasons just aren't enough to keep us motivated, to keep us serving and loving other people. It's important to figure out what motivates us because that always determines our response. It's true in every area of our lives, including how we treat people. See, think of it this way. What we believe on the inside determines what we do on the outside. Our inside motivation determines our outside actions. In the book of Isaiah, God gave the prophet Isaiah a message for his people. See, the Israelites at this time were way more concerned about looking good in front of other people than caring for other people. Sure, they were spending time at the temple and going through the motions, but that isn't what God was looking for. Look at what God says to them. Wash yourselves and be clean. Get your sins out of my sight. Give up your evil ways. God was so done with them trying to look like good, put together religious people and wanted them to actually start loving people. Roll up your sleeves, get down and dirty, and do some real ministry. Actually care about people. And that's really a message that God has for you and I today too. If you've ever said something along the lines of, I just don't really like people, maybe this should be a bit of a wake-up call for us. God is 100% for people, including you and me. And when we choose not to love other people, it shows we're really on a different page than God. Here's what God says to follow up his previous thought. Learn to do good, seek justice, help the oppressed, defend the cause of the orphans, fight for the rights of the widows. God cares deeply about the needs of people around us, and we will have a more fulfilling life with greater purpose when we choose to care about people as well. And as you head to life groups, I want you to think about the crazy, insane amount of love that God has for you. And then I want you to think about how you can take that love and start to direct it towards other people. I'm excited for you to talk about this more in life groups.